Okay, so welcome to our Get Stuff Done sessions. This is our second session that we're going to roll out for our members and our members into our CRM system. And this session we're going to hone in on contacts and contacts specifically. I'm just going to sort of show you around some of the best ways how to get contacts in and how to ensure that we get good data in. As the saying goes, you put rubbish in, you're going to get rubbish out. So when you come into your CRM system, you can navigate to the left-hand side. You'll see your little contacts tab on the left-hand side panel. And here is where we get an overview of all the contacts that you have created in your account. Now, there's a couple of ways we put contacts into here. We can do a batch import. We can do this on the fly by adding individual contacts, but equally as well, we can do this through your mobile app, the Lead Connector app that you should have downloaded. You can add contacts through there, and I'll share a separate little video how you can add these from even scanning in a business card using the phone app, and that will bring in those contacts into your CRM. But while we're going to go this sort of session, we're going to do it on the app, so you're dialed onto your desktop. I'm going to show you just how to first of all add a contact manually. Let me just resume here. So when we select add a new contact, we will enter a little screen, very quick input setting where we can add in a contact, and we can, if we want to, we can add a profile image if we have pictures or images of people on here. I'm just going to add myself in here. And we can start filling out all the various different fields that we need to enter. 345. Okay, and we can, is it a customer, is it a lead? If we know a time zone, we can add a time zone. And what we're going to do there very quickly, then we get to save this contact, and we have very quickly and immediately got a person into your CRM. Now, from here, what this gives us the ability to do is then see what predefined information the CRM has. So we can see on here in the side panel, we've got some basic details that they've got, but now we can start adding in some extra details that if we know their date of birth, for example, what their business and their business address is, and any other additional sort of info that we have or want to add onto the system. And then we can start adding tags, and these are very powerful. And when we tag people, this gives us the ability to really sort of search through if you've got many clients and lots of leads, it gives us the ability to search for certain people based on their different tag or label. So if we know this contact, we could say he's in B9. Support. We can keep adding tags. We can, if you're in networking, you could add different networks, for example, that they're in. We could even add so what we're starting to do here is build out different things that help us understand when we want to search for certain people within your leads. That if I want to search for all the people in IT support and they have that tag, we can sort of narrow down the search, which becomes really powerful for your automations. So within this contact record, again, we start to see all the conversations that we've got stored against the client. We can do SMS if we've linked in an SMS number or added the additional WhatsApp feature. And once you've got your emails done, then we can start building out and sending emails all within the contact record. Now, the other great thing on here is that it will allow us to see all the recent activity on the right-hand side, as well as all the recent tasks, create new tasks. We can add additional notations. We can request appointments and book people in for an appointment with yourselves. We can add documents, uploading contracts. I've sent some flyers, any information that is on a PDF, a document, or images we can add, or when they are sent into the system, they will automatically be generated in your document storage. And if we have payment gateways, a wonderful little feature, we can start asking people to make payments and do transactions and subscriptions and pay invoice links straight from the contact record. So this is sort of a very high level sort of view of the contacts in here. But the other thing before we go into creating an import record, what we can bear in mind in here is when we talked about earlier about where we have good data in, we can have good data out. And as a default for this CRM, these are the sort of the basic generic fields. But what say if we want to add people's industry? What say if we wanted to add a title? What if we wanted to add in what their occupation is? Well, these are all things that we can start being creative with within our settings. So as an example, we can come down to our settings on the left hand side, and then what we can do is start building custom fields. So within our custom fields, what we're doing here is saying, hey, look, in that contact field where we store their first name, last name, etc., I want to add in their title. And what we can do, this can be a very simple text, single text field where we can just say, hey, this is title. And we're going to add that into the field. Or we could add things such as it could be, what's your profession? And this might, we may want to have some predefined drop downs that we can add where we can say, forgive my typos here, but what we could say, let's say, CEO, you know, we can keep building these out, as many of those different titles as we like. And then what we can see now when we come back to our contact record is that we have now added their contact details. So now we can see we've got their title, we've got their occupation, that we can now start filling out these additional extra fields depending on where you want it. A quick side pop from there. Within that contact field, again, we can sort of position these a little bit nicer just so it follows a nice certain flow. Better. We'll always have the title first. So yeah, when we come back to those records, we see all these additional fields and those contact details now will now populate up here and save away. Okay, so this is how we can start being very specific and very custom to the data that you want to see within your contact record. Now, the second way of doing this, we'll come back to contacts now. So the second option in here, when we start seeing all our contacts, the second option now that we start seeing this within your contact view, and again we have a very standard view here, but as I say, we can still scope out what we've created here by adding in all those additional fields that we may have added or want to see within your system. So I know we added a title, for example. The other one was occupation. And then what we can start seeing is we have a different view of all the different things that we may or may not want to see on your client's record. So this is snapshot point number one. The next way of doing this is by importing your contacts through a bulk upload, which is very good, which most people want to do when they're getting their CRMs going. And we can do this. We have a little menu bar up here that we can see here. We've got add contacts. We can do various different actions on here, which I'll go through in a short while. But what we want to do here is import some contacts. So as long as it's in a CSV file, that's the most important thing. Save those Excel sheets as a CSV type. That's the best way of getting this imported. And then we're going to click upload a file. I'm going to go to, I think this is one I pre-prepared earlier. So we're going to add in this little test data field here. We click next, and then what this is going to allow us to do is sort of saying, hey, look, okay, all the green ticks sees that we can understand the first name, last name, which is equally good if I flip us out to specifically for your thing. So if this said your column header was name, we would just need to go through the list and say, hey, name equals first name. If your column header in your Excel sheet said surname, we're just going to go down and say that's going to surname. So what this will do is go through all those fields and say, yeah, I see that that is all good. We're going to click next. We can give it a title name. It could be it could be a shorter list. This could be your prospect list. It could be your customer list, whatever that may need to be. And we can call this, if we want to add this as a list into your contacts, so you can always keep coming back to this specific list. We're going to say add, create a list from this contacts. At this point, it's always good to just go through these advanced options and say, hey, look, what are we going to do with this data? Well, we're going to say add all new emails and update any existing records based on the information, or we're just going to add them all as new records, or if you're re-cleansing data with new fields, we can just update contacts again. We're always going to look for email primarily. It's a CRM system. It's a marketing system, so it is only going to recognize and want to perform things if we have an email or if we have a phone number. So it will import if we can say a phone number or an email, a phone number or an email address. Now, what we can, again, what we've mentioned this before, where we add tags, this gives us another tag to say, to bring in all those people, all those people signed in that list could have a specific tag, and we can say these were all customers, or these were all whatever and however many that we want to do at this stage. And if we've got some pre-built workflows that you want to add these people straight to, we can decide to send them into one of your pre-built workflows. Again, we'll touch on workflows in another Get Stuff Done session. And just for GDPR and making sure that we have got consent to market these people from your list, we're just going to confirm your acceptance here, submit away, and this will import all those contacts into your CRM. So we'll close this down. Now what we can see straight away is these are my test data now that we can see now. I asked it to create a list, so we can see I asked it to create a list called all contacts. Okay, and on here, out of all that list, these are all the contacts that it has imported in. We asked it to build out some different tags for us, and we can see those tags that have come into the system here, and we can start seeing those pieces of detail that we've got within the CRM. Now, again, we can be a little bit more specific. We can sort of add in extra pieces of info that we may have or may not have within the system. If you've got a team of people, you might want to see who it's assigned to. If it's important to always see someone's birthday or their full address, or we just want to see their city, whatever sort of things and that we want to see, we can just bring out and add this into this view. Okay. So this becomes a very smart way of really nurturing and sort of seeing at high level about your contacts. So step 2 on your contacts, when we talked about those tags, is that what we now can do once we start building out certain prospects, and look, we can see this one's got lots of different tags on. So what we can do is start looking at your filters here now, and we can start saying, hey CRM, can you tell me everybody who has got this specific tag that could be 4N. Okay, so anybody who's got a specific tag as 4N, can you weed out and filter those people? And here we go, we can see that this person is a part of 4N. And then if I wanted to, I can now save this as a list, and we can call 4N contact, or whatever you want it to be. So we'll save that view. Now, every time someone has a new contact and they have the tag as a 4N, they will automatically keep coming into this list. And as that list builds, it becomes smarter, it becomes quicker for you to do very simple things that, hey, I want to send everybody in my 4N contacts, I want to send them an email. So either select all, and we're going to say everyone who's got that 4N, I'm going to send them an email. And like this powerful system CRM, we can either have some pre-built templates. We don't have any in this demo account, or so we would do okay, so there's a new template demo here. So it's going to send them this pre-built template that we built in. We can define it if we want a specific name coming from a certain email and your subject, and then we get to send it all, schedule batch them and start on a certain day, or send some, if you've got a very large quantity of these, you may want to send it in a little drip mode, like 100 an hour, etc., etc. we'd press send and off they go, and that email is sent to all those people in that specific category. An alternative would be that you may want to send these to a pre-built workflow that we have. There are lots of different, again, in demo, I don't have any pre-built things here, but it could be here's how to get a bunch of free leads from a CRM. We're going to send all these, my workflow about CRM, or whatever workflows that we have. We can then add more tags. We can remove tags. We can even ask to, if we've got Google, Facebook linked to your CRM, we can ask certain people to send you a Google review, great for reputation management. And we can add them to certain companies, or we can merge multiple contacts. So this is how you really get the best out of your contact settings, and really a powerful way in terms of really looking after your data, which I believe you've got to spend a bit of time at this point before you import data, is to really get it cleansed, really get a better understanding of what you want to bring, what information do you need to see out of your contact data, and this will help you map in those contacts and be able to view these very segmented lists that you can target, you can nurture, and you can be quite specific with all your data. So that is our sort of overview on how to import a great contact. We will go through the other spin-off ways here that we can do through forms and bringing people in through forms, and I'm going to and again, I'm hoping, but I know most of our people in here are through or associated with various different networking groups, and the third and great little option on here is actually using the power of a form that will do things and save you lots of time when you bring in contacts. So here's a few of my popular networks, for example, that I do, and what I can do in here is, if it's a BNI, if it's a LinkedIn contacts, what we can do with this is have a wonderful form that we just simply, again, like we're adding in a new contact, we're saying, hey, let's fill in all these details here, capturing as much or as little detail as we want the system to understand. If we know their LinkedIn, do we know some of these other little things? And what's happening here in the background is when we submit this new contact, what it's going to do is say, hey, look, it's going to tag this as a LinkedIn person. We know it's a LinkedIn person, and it's going to send out an automation saying, hey, let's have a connection request, or whatever those automations that you may want to do with your clients. So this is, again, just another way that you can really manipulate the CRM to get the best out of simplifying the way you import data that trigger off your workflows and send them through different series of information that you want to do for your prospects. So at this point, I would say that's it, a quick wrap up today on how to get the best and how to really utilize the contacts within the CRM. If you've got any questions, you can fire those off and give us a heads up. We'll get this message out on the YouTube channel and within our community, so you can catch this at any time you wish. So